more can I say?
Here we go. Hi, welcome to HQ Extra. I'm Wayne Healy, and joining me, none other than Chris Bucko Buckley. How are you, champion?
I'm well, buddy. How you going, mate?
Good, mate. Good.
How's things been? You been a busy boy lately?
Busy boy. We've had massive few weeks of racing. Tassie 2 weeks. New South Wales. I jetted off to Bali. Then I'm back, and
that's why he has another nickname. They call him Holiday as well.
And then I had to race down to Melbourne for work, and then Jeffro couldn't make last night, and it's all happening.
Everyone's got shit happening.
That's it.
Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too.
Good to see everyone else. Hope you can join us tonight, and we've got a fair bit to talk about.
Yeah, there's all 10 people.
12 now.
12? Oh, that's right, we're getting bigger.
Please
like and share, let everyone know that we're on board.
15.
We are. Oh, we're going. We're getting better. We're getting better. We've got a big, massive show tonight. We're going to talk about New South Wales, done and dusted now. Western Australia's done and dusted. South Australia and Victoria got a couple of races to go. Or South Australia's got a race to go, I think. Victoria, Calder Park this weekend, and in 2 weeks' time, they got they're at the Historics. Sandown. Big weekends. So 2 big weekends of racing for Victoria coming up. And you got Queensland on the 8th and 9th November, their final round, and Joe Andreski, the godfather, still in front there, but getting hunted down by Justin Van Twest, not far behind him.
Morgan Park.
Fight
it out for the title. So.
Yeah, where the Nationals were last year. And also we got 6 guys that used to race HQs, or some of them do, only one probably doesn't now, doing the Aussie cars tomorrow. So good luck up at Gold Coast tomorrow too. Tune in and see them. Watch the boys. If you're up in the Gold Coast, go say hello.
5 or 6 HQ races in the Aussie car field.
Yeah, so you got Andrew Legelli.
7, maybe.
Andrew Legelli, Scott Andreski, Brett Osborne, Joe Andreski, Brandon Madden, Joel Heinrich, and am I missing one?
No, I think that's it.
That's it, 6. So
Representing,
that's it. You've got to start somewhere, don't you?
I reckon one of them will win.
Mate, all I want to just quickly, let's get this off the chest. How was it getting in your car again after all these years that your car's been sitting in the paddock doing bugger all, and you take it, we get it ready and take it to Tassie, and
well, I don't know about ready. I don't know about ready, but we've got to go. We've got to go. Tassie, and
how did it feel?
It was good to get the old beast back out again, but as you know, mate, it was a little lackluster in the straight line handling, but that's all right. I actually had an absolute ball in Tassie.
How good was Tassie?
Loved Baskerville, absolutely loved it. Actually, I liked Simmons Plains as well, but Baskerville to me is a really cool track.
I just think Tasmania
takes a little bit of getting used to, obviously, like any track that's new to you. But I just like that it's. And I don't know if you haven't been there, and I'm sure most people who did go will tell you the same thing. The cameras and the footage you've seen of it do it absolutely no justice, because it is steep as hell. Steep, sharp, and tight. Yeah, it's really good.
It's over in a minute and 6. Yeah. I think the quick guys were. Oh, shit, I don't want to even close to that. But
not for us.
Not for us.
For some people.
But yeah. But the track itself was tight. It was, like I said, it had everything. It was all over in a minute. And when you're doing 10 laps, and you go, well, basically besides the start, 15 minutes, 10 laps in 15 minutes. Well, it's all over. Yeah. But mate, let me tell you, got out there. Oh. And you felt it too,
it's hard work.
It's hard work. It was unreal.
We had some pretty good battles, mate. It was great fun. The HQ Extra cars.
Yes,
a bit of paintwork. Pardon me.
I prevailed in the final.
Haven't taken under yellow. Oh,
no, we didn't.
Not that time.
Not that time. What do you mean that time? I didn't do it. I went close once.
Yeah. But a big shout out to HQ Racing Tasmania, to Sue and everyone else involved there in making that happen, because it was a really, really cool event. Good atmosphere. It's freezing cold, but it was a really good atmosphere in the pits, and I didn't hear not a bad word said about it, to be honest. So congratulations to you guys. It was awesome, absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And I've never been to Tassie at all in my life, so it was great to get over to Tassie, see a little bit of it as well. Not much, but we've seen a little bit. Hobart was cool. It was a great little pub there if you ever get a chance. The Old Sydney Hotel.
Yeah. There's some weird and wonderful people down there as well. Don't worry. It just goes to show you there's weird and wonderful people everywhere. But Tasmania itself, mate, it was absolutely, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Do yourself a favour and go down. Even if you don't race, it's just a fantastic place to go. People are fantastic. Food's really good. beer's nice and cold. Everything's bloody cold, but we had a great time. Right, again, we can't do this show without our fantastic partners. So I'd just like to say thank you to Osborne Transport, CR International, Harvey's Towing, Equity Views Construction, Sydney Mini Creek, Snap-on Tools, Hands On First Aid, Ready Strip, Command Digital, Priceless Images, Dart Racing, JDM Diesel Services, Howell Automotive, and Winston Express Haulage. Thank you very much, guys, for being on board for HQ Extra. Like I said, we can't do this show without your partnership, so thank you very much.
We'll come back to the Nationals with some footage and some other stuff to talk about a bit later on.
Yeah, because we've got plenty to talk about the Nationals. Again, we can't show a lot of footage. We don't want to show a lot of footage because all the heats and races are coming out soon.
Yep.
And I can't wait to that. And we don't want to spoil it, so we're not going to show you a lot, but we'll show you something.
Yep. We will. No, good stuff. But mate, well, let's start with New South Wales round, the final round of the championship this year, held at Sydney Motorsport Park. Great field of 21 cars and some really good close racing there. Brett Osborne, he's done it again.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Mate, it's another championship, state championship to his belt, along with the national champion as well this year from Tasmania. So well done to Brett.
And not only did he didn't do it in the car from the Nationals, he did it in another car.
He did.
So, sorry. Let's rephrase it. He done the whole year in the car that he's in now. But then he bought another car.
Different car from the Nationals.
For the different car from the Nationals.
And to his credit, he actually went there on Friday in practice and he struggled a bit. You know, he was not on the money for the first sort of couple of sessions, but true Osborne style, he settled into a bit of a rhythm and a bit of a groove, and he got his head around it. Took a bit longer than some others, like young Harrison. He was all over it from first lap. He was flying straight away. But Brett took him a little bit longer. But in the end, the results showed that he was the national champion once again. I think that's his second or third one.
I believe fourth one.
Fourth. Wow.
Is it fourth Nationals?
That's why I asked you. I thought you'd know.
Oh, I'm not sure.
In that article, Jeff, does it say in that article? I think it does. The one that Wayne told you to get rid of?
Yeah. Well, I thought we were talking about about the Nationals. We're talking about New South Wales. That was about the Nationals. So
it is New South Wales because it's Brett Osborne.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Brett will let us know. Someone will let us know out there that how many he's won. But I believe that's
anyway. As we said, a very awesome stellar effort from Brett again for the state championship and the national championship in 1 year. Well done, buddy. Congratulations again, and hopefully we'll see you back out there next year. The Nationals are in New South Wales, so he'll have the home state advantage as well. It'll be very hard to beat, but I'm sure there'll be plenty out there giving it a red-hot crack.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to some results, eh?
Let's go to some results. Jeffro, bring up the results, brother. So this is qualifying.
Brett Osborne, pole position, unusual. Chris Mole in second, Luke Harrison, Jared Harbour, Ashton Parker, Jason Miles, Stuart Spry, Darren Parker, Wayne Potts, Mark Baxter, Jason Johnson, Kane Robinson, Peter Simpson, Brendan Healy, Glenn Robinson, Daniel Gowdry, Adam Leach, Travis Marks, Gordon McClay, Amanda Saunders, and Jake Deering at the back there. Apparently you couldn't hear me, is that right?
I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure, but Jeffro just said get your microphone a bit closer to you.
I'll just hold like this, you know.
That's it, hold on. Well done to those guys.
Some pretty quick times there too, mate.
They hadn't dropped off. The conditions were perfect. The perfect weekend.
Yep.
Eastern Creek wasn't hot at all. Perfect conditions, really.
Yeah, it was.
So, yeah.
Race 1.
Again, Brett Osborne taking out the race. Chris Mole, Luke Harrison, Jared Harbour, Jason Mole, Ashton Parker, Wayne Potts. Good to see Pottsy back on the track and doing. The car looked amazing. Well done, Darren Parker in Ash's since he's given up his car. Darren in Ash's car and Mark Baxter. Good to see him back as well. Jason Johnson in the new delivery rounds up the top 10. Kane Robinson, Glenn Robinson, Gowdry, McClay, Simonson, Amanda Saunders, Travis Marks, Brendan Healy. He done a head gasket after blowing a motor in. He's
taken after his dad lately. He's a poor bastard.
And then unfortunately, Jake Deering done the same thing. Unfortunately, he blew one up, and Adam Leach had a problem with his gear shifter in that, or gearbox, and Stewie Spryer unfortunately had an engine let go as well. So we had 3 cars over the weekend, engine failures, unfortunately.
As I was just saying, your poor son, he's copping the Healy curse. If it wasn't for good luck, for bad luck, he'd have.
So I'll give you the scenario. So I'm not allowed to run down anymore. So basically, at Simmons Plains, Brendan was going to win. He was going to win the heat, and I was up the top, and I was just about to run down to get a video of him getting the checkered flag. Last corner, he's 100 in front. Last corner, all he's got to do is come around and get the checkered flag. So I've run down to get the video to see my son win his first race, regardless of where it was a heat. He's going to win. Gearbox, let's go in the last corner. Second last corner. Oh, unbelievable. Anyway, poor kid.
That's heartbreaking.
It is. It's heartbreaking.
It really is.
Right? Eastern Creek, we're doing qualifying, and he says to me, Dad, you got to let me know the times. I said, well, the only way I can do that is got to go down pit wall. I said, I'll stay up the top for the first 3 or 4 laps to see how you're doing, and then I'll come down. We based it off 2-minute flat. So if I'm going too high, that means you're 202s. So after 4 laps, I'm running down to let him know he's coming down the straight. As he's come down the straight, the engine let go. So I'm not allowed to run down anymore. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've cursed him as I get close to the track.
Well,
who knows?
Like I said, unfortunately for him, it's rubbing off somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's done really well this year.
And I'd just like to thank Wayne Stumpy Harris with that motor. That motor lasted a year and a half and done Brendan very well. And
it was a cracker.
Yeah, it was a cracker. So to the Harrisons, thank you very much, Stumpy.
You've got to get something just as good.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Let's go to race 2. Okay, Brett Osborne again taking it out. Luke Harrison back into second. Jared Harbour, that's the same way they finished the Nationals, 1, 2, 3. Jason Mole, Ashton Parker, Jason Johnson, Mark Baxter, Wayne Potts, Darren Parker, Brendan Healy, Stuart Spry, Kane Robinson, Glenn Robinson, Daniel Gowdry, and Jeff, that's away. Adam Leach, Gordon McClay, Amanda Saunders, Peter Simpson, Jake Deering, Travis Marks, and Chris Mole, unfortunately, with a DNF. It had an electrical problem there.
Yes.
Ruined his last
the coil let go. The coil blew up. That's
Correct.
it, the coil. And Brendan Healy made it to the top 10 from finishing near last. So starting from near last, well done him. He picked it up. So
it's
good to see Amanda Saunders back as well, racing.
Great to see Amanda Saunders back. Unfortunately, sort of sad news at the moment. Not sad news, but disappointing for some people that the Mole brothers are sort of hanging up the HQs for a while.
They're taking a 12 months break, I believe. 12-month break.
Yep.
You don't know. They said that last year and they didn't. So hopefully things might change. You never know. It's
hard to stay away.
It's hard to stay away when they love it so much. When Chris loves it, it's got that much passion for it as well.
Yeah.
Captain Risky, and then Jace. Jace comes from Queensland to come down and race. So and Rod, and they're like the Mole family.
Chris has been around HQs for us for many years now.
Yeah.
Over 10 or 12 years, I think it is. He's just a great competitor. A really great bloke.
The whole team's fantastic. Lockie that goes there and helps.
Always
Mate, it's
help out.
sensational.
I'm sure we'll still see him at races because, like I said, it'll be hard for him to stay away. But just to him and his team and his brother and parents there and Command Digital Signage that help that support their racing. Well done to all of you guys. It's it's great. It's been great to have you, and hopefully we'll see you back soon. And Jeff's waving his hands around him
because he wants you to stop playing with your microphone.
Yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah, well, you stop that. Why don't you just put it on your shirt?
I fidget. Well, I had it there, and I had it on the pillow.
Well, the pillow won't do anything. Put it on your bloody shirt. Yeah, look. Hang on, we'll just do cosmetics here. No, that's too far. Too close. It's too muffled there. How about now? Try that.
How we going, Jeff? Is that good?
Jesus.
All right, we're good.
Do you put your own socks on in the morning? Just check.
I do.
Anyway,
I do.
Good boy. Good boy.
I do.
Oh,
Story about that, I won't tell you now.
okay.
Let's go to race 3.
Race 3, yeah. Race 3, Brett Osborne, clean sweep. Luke Harrison, poor bastard, is always the bridesmaid at the moment. Jared Harbour, Ashton Parker had a cracker weekend. Chris Mole came from last to finish 5th. Unreal in that race. Jason Johnson, Mark Baxter. Darren Parker, Wayne Potts, Kane Robinson, Glenn Robinson, Darren Gowdry, Adam Leach, Gordon McClay, Stewie Spry, Jake Deering, Travis Marks, and 2 DNFs was Jason Mole this time, and Brendan Healy with electrical lead coming off the, what do you call it?
Coil.
No, not the coil. The ballast resistor. I don't know if whoever runs those things, but yeah, unfortunately they come off there.
It was great to see Stewie Spry back out there having a run.
It was.
Another truly great bloke from HQ Racing New South Wales. Always love to have a chat with Stewie, and also seeing Kieran Pilkington out there as well.
Yeah, it was great.
Former.
Pilko's still got a car.
I know. He has a very good car.
It's sitting in the corner.
Yeah. Still in the
I don't
workshop.
think it's got a motor though. I'm not sure.
I think it has.
Might, yeah. I was trying to convince him to come out and play. We had a good chat. Great to see.
No, he's
Hasn't
good.
changed one bit.
No.
And still the ultimate competitor and good bloke too.
Yeah, so as I said, it's good to see them both out there, especially Stewie getting back in the car. And his kids were there, which was great for him. And they're getting a bit older now, and they're very proud of their dad, I can tell you. So.
And I'll tell you what, Stewie hasn't lost much. Besides, he struggled with a
bit of hair,
bit of horsepower. he can still steer the thing.
Yeah, he goes well. He always. He's been a racing kart since he was very young. He's certainly he's a racer, mate.
Definitely a racer.
Remember you won Bathurst with him in the B division or something.
We
dual drivers.
We came third there. My first big trophy. And do you think I can find that trophy?
That's the one you really don't want to lose,
Michelle,
Wayne.
the one I don't want to lose. I can't find that trophy anywhere, and he keeps asking me about it. And I thought I'm sure he's still got it somewhere, and he's blaming me. But
probably.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say too. All right, that was it from New South Wales, I think. So let's move on to Northern Territory. They had round 3 up there, Hidden Valley, 4 HQs running, qualifying in 3 races, and we'll just run through that very quickly. And it's going to be a bit hard down the bottom there.
Dylan Bozowski.
Tony White. Oh yeah, you're right.
Dylan Bozowski was the first HQ, then Tony Whitehair, Peter Anderson, and John Hill.
Let's go to race 1, Jeffro.
As you can see, the Commodore Cup and Hyundai XLs are all mixed in with that as well.
Be interesting, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
All right, race 1. We had Tony Whitehair, Peter Anderson, John Hill, and Gary Dempsey. Oh, there's 5 there this time.
Yep.
And Dylan Brzezowski, unfortunately, with a DNF.
Brzezowski, is that Scab, or is that his son?
Someone will tell us. I think it might be his son.
Is that Brzezowski? Is that Scab? Is that?
I think so.
I think so.
I've never met Scab.
Well, no, I have.
You have? I know you have.
He's a great bloke.
I know.
Oh,
everyone tells me I've never met him.
He's a great character. And keep moving along.
Race 2. Peter Anderson, another win. John Hill, Gary Dempsey, unfortunately DNS for Tony Whitehair and Dylan Brzezowski.
Oh, I've got my glasses on so I can see.
Let's go to race 3, Jeff. We'll get them out of the way. And race 3, they all finished, which is good. Peter Anderson, Tony Whitehair, John Hill, Gary Dempsey. Unfortunately, Dylan Brzezowski did not start that one. So, well done, Peter Anderson, mate. Great to see you, buddy. From
Anderson, Tony Whitehair.
A few wins up there, and Tony Whitehair
going up there from South Australia.
Yep. That's really good to see, and it's great to see Pete.
I think Lee Smith went up there too.
He has been up there. He's back now, obviously, because his car's at the Nationals.
But he raced up there.
It was good to see
the HQ Xtra Cup.
It was good to see those boys at the Nationals as well.
Yeah, great to see them at the Nationals.
They really enjoyed themselves, I think.
Pete Anderson, great character, great bloke to talk to, and he did ask me, just remind me about the stickers.
If it ain't pinging.
You ain't pinging, keep it singing. Stickers, I've got to get them sorted.
They were very popular, mate.
Yeah, very popular indeed.
And Lee Smith had interesting Nationals. He had a few moments with the wall. He told me the exhaust fell off and sent him in the wall. I think he sent himself in the wall and the exhaust fell off after that. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But that's what I think happened. But if you ask him, the exhaust fell off first and sent him into the wall. But talk to him; he'll have a great one. I'm sure he'll have his opinion of it for you too. But no, it's great to see those guys there, and always good to have a chat and catch up with everyone from around the country. It was great. All right,
moving along.
Let's do it.
So let's go to Queensland. Queensland, we just got their next race meeting is November 8th to the 10th, Morgan Park. That is their final round. Again, close championship between Joe Andreski and Justin Van Twest. So good luck to those guys in the championship, and I'm not sure what the B division title is or how close that is. I just know that one. Sorry, guys. Apologise.
You're not all over it, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we go into South Australia, round 6 at Malala, which will be the November 22nd to 24. It says round 4 on there, but is it round 6 or round 4? It's round 6, Jeff tells me. Yeah, another big one there, so hopefully that Tony and Lee will have their vehicles back out there for that one as well. And hopefully they come over to New South Wales next year for our nationals.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's go to Tassie for the next date for the Tassie round. And
back at Simmons.
Back at Simmons Plains, and I believe their last round is, when we get it up,
November 31st, December
31st
1st.
to December 1st at Simmons Plains. It's round 6. Xtra can't find it, so we'll just...
Is that right, Jeff?
There we go, he's found it. So, yeah, excellent. Moving along, let's move into Victoria. Victoria's got the big weekend coming up, Calder Park. And I believe there's about 15 cars.
15 cars, and I think it's been 15 years since they've raced there. So,
yeah, so
you'll probably find that the majority of that field have never raced there, so it's going to be one hell of an interesting weekend down in Victoria. Exciting for those boys to get back on a fantastic racetrack, and I watched a bit of footage of it the other day. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, it looks amazing. I can't wait to go see it. Unfortunately, we can't get there this weekend, and in 2 weeks' time, they back up and go to the historic. So
Sandown, yeah.
And Sandown, they got good Pardon me, I got the hiccups. They got good numbers for Sandown historic, so that's good.
They always do, mate.
Good numbers for the historics, but backing up so shortly.
With a 2-week turnaround, it is a great effort from the guys down there. And
so I hope every car goes back on the trailer the same way it came off, and nice, and everyone has fun and no damage and no
plays nicely.
Incidents. So good luck to all those drivers, and yeah, mate, looking forward.
It'll be interesting to see what happens at Calder this weekend.
Also,
that'll be interesting.
On Victoria too, it won't be long, and the 4-hour entries will be out soon. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on HQ Xtra, but also keep an eye on the Victorian Racing page. Facebook page, or mate, I'm sure the amount of Victorians down there, they'll let you know. And yeah, so some good from on the grapevine. On the grapevine, I've got dogs going crazy inside the house. Yeah, on the grapevine, some great combinations racing at in the 4 hours.
Some big names, some
big names,
some big returning names, and
yeah,
can't say too much, but yeah, it's going to be one hell of a meeting.
Mate, it's been a hell of a year so far, so what a way to cap it off by doing the 4 hour at Victoria, no matter where you are. And it's probably one event that, if you can, where you take a car and do it with your mate or your son or your daughter, whatever, friend, best mate, whatever, get in a car and go do the 4 hour, because it is one hell of a great event.
We've been to the last probably 4 or 5 of these 4 hour events, and we say it every year. It is one event that you really need to put on your calendar and go and attend and check out. It's not only to get a shitload of racing time and a shitload track time itself, but just the weekend. It's just very well run. Very limited number of other categories there, so there's heaps of track time. It's not too busy. It's just a really good event. And 4 hours, as you know, you've done it, I've done it. After 4 hours of racing, you're pretty well spent, depending on the temperature. It can get pretty warm too. So.
It's a hit and miss there down there. Right?
Yeah.
You can have 4 seasons in the one weekend, which is hard to set up a car sometimes. But what
is this? You're doing it with Brendan? This be your?
Not sure, mate.
You don't know.
We've had a massive year.
I know.
Like 2024, HQ's Raw in 2024. With Bathurst, starting at Bathurst, plus doing every state round.
Plus the Nationals.
Queensland. We've blown 4 motors, 4 gearboxes. We've damaged, we've written a car off, basically. We've got to fix that. We've got 2 other cars damaged. We're running on a shoestring budget that just can't afford to do. So if we do, the answer is yes, we are doing the 4 hour at this stage.
That was a long way around of saying it.
That could change.
But I understand. But I totally understand. I've been there along with the ride.
I don't
mate.
want
It's
it
been-
to. I want to be there because it's a great event. We'll put it this way: I'll be there at the event anyway, whether I'm in a driving capacity or not. Yeah. So.
Very good. Well,
But
anyway,
again, good luck to all those Victorians and all those people that are racing this weekend and the next weekend coming up. And yeah, so we've still got Western Australia to come.
the season finale was at Carco Raceway. 10 HQs entered, qualifying in 3 races, and we'll go to qualifying now. Stuart Kenny taking up pole position with Grant Ord, Mick Woodbridge, Ryan Davis, Dennis Russell, Philip Breen, Michael Howlett, Todd Faulknell, Troy Kent, and Mark Alfonsi.
What a time for my computer to freeze.
Let's go to race. Let's go to race 1 while he fixes his computer, Jeff, please.
No, it's gone. She's frozen right up.
Okay, Stuart Kenny again taking out the race win there. Grant Ord in second, Mick Woodbridge, Philip Breen, Michael Howlett, Dennis Russell, Troy Kent, Todd Faulknell, Mark Alfonsi, and unfortunately a DNF for Ryan Davis, who had the quickest lap time of the race until something went pear-shaped. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I know he did make it out for the next one. So race 2. What's happened, Jay?
No, it's gone. It's just frozen up. I can't do
Can you
anything.
turn it off and turn it on again?
I'm going to try that, but keep reading and yeah, because we had some footage that was hoping.
We had some great footage.
Yeah,
Turn it off, turn it on.
I'm trying. It just won't do that. Won't even do that.
All right, Grant Ord again. Grant Ord in first, runner. Stuart Kenny, Mick Woodbridge, Michael Howlett, Ryan Davis, Dennis Russell, Philip Breen, Troy Kent, and Todd Faulknell. Unfortunately, a big bopper racing DNF for Mark Alfonsi. Oh no, DNS did not start for some reason. That one.
Yes, I believe that's the car that looks like the cop car in
Starsky and Hutch.
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
The yellow. Right at the
Oh,
start.
okay, yeah, sorry. The one,
at the start.
the one that had the big hole in the bonnet at the
That's
Nationals in South Australia.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So
Look at your son. If Dad's out, I'll be racing if anyone needs a co-driver.
hey,
Well done, Brendan. Love it.
mate, he's been in leaps and bounds. That kid's done leaps and bounds. So it's yeah.
G'day to Jeff Harbour joining us, and also young Luke Harrison. G'day, fellas.
Yes. How are you, boys? I'm just trying.
Bradley Strongberg joined us as well.
Yes, he did. We actually got some footage. I'm just trying to find it. I'll just bear with me 2 seconds of some in-car footage, and I believe it was sent by Troy.
Yes, Sue, again. Well, I agree with you, Sue. I was just sending a message through. Congratulations to Michael Howell on his engagement. He got engaged well in Tassie.
Yes, why is in Tassie?
Didn't tell us.
No,
Eh?
no, nothing.
That would have been a fan of you.
Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, Jeffro, let's go over to and we got a bit of footage of race 1 from Michael Howlett, and I think it goes through to Grant Ord, and yeah,
It's very well put together, whoever did it.
yeah, it is. I'm not
say
sure.
it
Is there commentary in this as well? Jeffro, can you hear that? There we go. So we might just give them let this play for a few minutes and see how we go, eh?
Heading down into turn number 1. That's third and fourth. Kenny and Ord fighting over that piece of real estate down into turn number 1. But it's going to be Woodbridge who leads the way up through the S's for the first time.
Yeah, from Ryan Davis and then Stuart Kenny, who go back to Grant Ord, who we haven't seen for quite some time here at Carco Raceway. And right behind him is car number 3 of Troy Kent. And Troy, in about his second year of HQ racing, had a good qualifying period earlier on this morning, and now latches himself onto 4th position as they head up and over the top of the hill for the first time. As we said, these cars have been racing here at Carco since 1985. 375,000 of these cars made in Australia. And they started life down there in Tasmania. their racing life in Tasmania, but we also saw them back in the heyday of the Calder Thunderdome as Mick Woodbridge has had 2 car leagues. And where's Davis? He's dropped
He's
back
on his
into
outside.
fourth.
No, he's right there. Davis
there he
is
is.
right there. He was hiding behind him from our vantage point here in commentary. Side by side into turn 7. 2 by 2 we go marching through the final corner to end lap number 1. Davis is not giving up without a fight here. He's going to stay in tow. Then Ford, Kenny and Kent tucking right in behind. This is proper pack racing down into turn 1.
Yeah, this is the NASCAR style that the HQs have adopted, where you can see Troy Kent right into the bumper of Grant Ord and pushing him along down the main straight. And look at that, again, they're so far side by side that actually one car disappears and then pops out from either the front or the rear of the other car. But Davis all over the back of Mick Woodbridge, as you said, he's not going to let him go. But how's this battle for third? 4 cars competing over 1 position.
Yeah, this has allowed Michael Howlett to close up to that group. He was miles off the back of those guys as they exited turn number 1, but going side by side through the S's has allowed him to close up. He's the quickest at the first intermediate, 33.03, as the field goes pouring through turn 6. He's still tagged onto the back of that group right now, but it won't be long before he gets the elbows up and starts to try and put on a fight. Your leader, Mick Woodbridge, going to bring Davis with him right over the top of the hill here. Davis checking out behind him and just moving over to the other side of the racetrack to have a bit of a clean look at the inside of turn 7, but he's not close enough to make a move happen this time by. Woodbridge lead once again as that battle pack for second and beyond still raging behind.
And then we go back even further with Phil Breen. He's got trouble there from O'Keefe, that is, in car number 21, and 14 of Bo Pangler as well. So the battle's raging here. We've got a battle out in front for first and second, and then we go back to these 4 cars, and that was Ord, Kenny, Troy Kent and Michael Howlett on the back of these top 6 cars as they head up through the bus stop and into turn number 4 to reel off another lap, and we are down to 60 seconds remaining.
So that didn't take long to really rattle through the time in this one. We're barely getting going, and the sprint race format is going to draw to a close very soon here. Hot lap of the race so far, 1:17.07 for Mick Woodbridge. Once again, quickest over the first intermediate by about 600ths of a second from Davis behind him with a 32.57. Woodbridge 32.51 at the first inter. We'll check the second intermediate times of the field as they come through turn 6 at the moment. They'll click over that timing loop out the back of the track. Check this out between the two of them. Side by side again going down the hill. Davis was quicker by a little bit, but it's going to swap the two around under brakes into turn 7. Davis on the outside line trying to keep the momentum up. The last lap board isn't out yet because we still have time. We're going to have 2 laps left to go. The fight is well and truly not over yet.
Woodbridge fighting back and got a better run out of turn 7 after they came out side by side. They've entered turn number 1 side by side. Davis trying to run around the outside of car 74 of Mick Woodbridge. And again, they're going to come out of turn number 1 and 2 side by side up through the bus stop. Mick Woodbridge, you're going to get hung out to dry here because Ryan Davis has got the preferred line, and that's going to allow Stuart Kenny now to get right in the boot lid of car number 74 of Mick Woodbridge. We go back further and it looks like Bo Pangler running around the outside of Phil Breen in car number 75. They're dicing it for 7th position, and we've got 3 cars dicing for 7 and 2 cars dicing for 10 and 11.
Great battle out the front. Davis will lead coming out of turn number 6 now. He's got to get the legs stretched right out up the hill to see if he can try and open up a gap over Mick Woodbridge. The last lap board is out to collect them here. So as they come across the line this time by, there will be 1 lap remaining, but the race is far from over. Oh no! Davis with a spin coming down the hill. He's going to rejoin backwards through the grass. Luckily keeps it off the fence. Woodbridge fed him a fender of the HQ and will assume the race lead. Scary moment there for Davis, who's going to try and rejoin the race. And that will see Woodbridge as your leader, Kenny into second at the last lap board.
Grant Ord up into 3rd now, and he's looking for a run around the outside of Stuart Kenny, but he's too far back, and if he's not careful, he's going to allow Troy Kent and Michael Howlett to get through as well.
It's a new one, Wayne. Fed him a fender.
Fed him a fender.
Come up for the last lap, guys. So just great racing there.
Good racing, some good cameras. Look at that.
Great camera work.
You can see the speed that Michael Howlett's doing down the bottom there. If you have a look there, he's 110.
Lucky to rejoin. He's going to stay at the head of the second.
Mate, yeah, great camera work, and whoever put it together, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed.
And the commentary's awesome.
Absolutely it is. Fantastic.
On their final
Well done, guys. It's coming down to the Woodbridge. Looks like it's going to take the win.
Fetty the Fender. That's a new one. I like it.
That's different to the Chrome Horn.
The Chrome Horn.
Chrome Horn. I might go back and have a look at that. Did he squeeze him out? Did he squeeze him out? Oh, hang on. Who's coming down the out? Who's got him?
In front under brakes into turn number 7. It's going to be a sprint to the line here. Kenny, might he
sprint to the
pickpocket
finish.
the race win?
Absolute sprint to the
Right
finish.
end, it's going to be uber time.
Oh, I think he got a better run. Woodbridge got a better run.
He did.
He did too. Well done, guys. Well done.
Well done. Let's go to the results for race 3 there, Jeffro. And that was Stuart Kenny, Grant Ord, Ryan Davis, Philip Breen, Mick Woodbridge, Troy Kent, Todd Faulknell, Dennis Russell. Unfortunately, it did not start for both Michael Howlett and Mark Alfonsi. I know Michael had some gearbox issues there, I think, was the problem with his. I'm sure he'll be back next year again and fighting another battle.
Absolutely.
But well done, guys.
Fetty
Fetty Fender.
Love it. Good stuff. And actually, that race was live streamed. Although that was all in cars. Actually, if you do go to YouTube, I'm not sure exactly where it was. I think it was on the WA Sporting Car Club. If you look up there on their YouTube site, there is live stream 5 hours of racing of that day. So, yeah, get on there and look that up too, guys. Well done.
Really good stuff.
Really, let's move on to the Nationals.
All right.
We did promise we'd talk about the Nationals because the Nationals, let me tell you, was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
36 cars. The track only holds 26 positions. So
it was quite funny, for those who weren't there, and Wayne will tell you as well, that they had 26 grid positions. And in the driver's briefing, they said after the guys after that, work it out for yourselves pretty much, didn't they?
Pretty much said, what we're going to do is we're going to put people out there and we're going to guesstimate where they're going to stop you and just hold your position and off you go. And it was someone dropping a flag, so if you couldn't see the lights, they're dropping flags, and at the end of the day, it was pretty much great.
But I've got to say though, mate, for a small, like it is a small track, it is tight, and to come away from there with 36 cars and no real, unfortunately Joe Andreski had a bit of a moment in the last race, but other than his, I don't think there was any real major.
It was.
Don't say it. I know what you're going to say. Just leave it. Leave it. If you know, you know.
It was a fender.
He got fed a fender.
Fed a fender. Anyway. I'll tell you what we'll do is I've got...
He was feeling pretty bad about it, I've got to tell you. He probably still does, but anyway.
We've got the drone out, and
it's really good.
We've done a lap of Baskerville to see what it was like, and it was lucky too, because just
before driver's briefing, they said no drones.
So got that quickly in, and we also got a little square of Bucko doing a lap. So let's have a look at the lap with Bucko and the Baskerville track. It's not the best drone driving in the world, but as you come up the hill, turn one is as you can see, Bucko's there. Now then you come down the hill, and you see how high the drone is here.
You nearly hit the hill on the way up.
And you're in second gear all the way here, second gear, and then you watch this. So then, as you can see, that Bucko's going up the hill, and then the drone's going straight, and it nearly runs into the road.
That's how steep it is.
That's how steep it is. Don't worry about the people there. Bucko avoided them well.
I missed them.
Missed them well. Come down the back straight, hard onto the brakes here.
This is a hard corner, mate. I don't know if anyone got it really.
Mate, it honestly is an extremely hard corner. Extremely hard corner. A lot of people come a cropper there. Basically, someone said, put a camera there and you'll guarantee to see someone. And nearly every third car was,
Yeah, I had a moment, you had a moment, Brendan had I think everyone had a moment there at one stage over the weekend.
Yeah, and you can't really see that.
It's a really good corner though, this banked corner, the final corner coming up to the start-finish line. It's it's great bit of racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely. Great bit of
There's a lap of Baskerville Raceway.
Yeah. Well done, Bucko.
Oh, great
Yeah,
drone
yeah.
footage, mate.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got the drone out. That was a good idea.
They were doing 106s, 107s. That was a 113. Well done. Good lap. I couldn't make the drone go any slower. No, I'm joking. We had the best time. I think, forget the Nationals and with HQ Extra, it was more of me and you, right? We had shit cars. I mean, sorry, the cars weren't shit. Our engines, we just didn't have the power. A lot of people did. But we had a hell of a good time. The amount of people that come down and says, oh, geez, you guys were having fun out there.
We were having a ball.
And that's what it was all about. Nationals is not only just about racing and being competitive, it's about having fun and also getting to know everyone around.
It was so cool. It was really good. And other than you only hit me once, so that was good.
Yeah, a little lump tap you. Yeah. Jesus Christ, you got upset.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I just fucking, sorry.
Oh, 10 of them in. 10 of them in.
I just painted the thing. It's been ugly for a long time, and it's finally got it looking pretty, and you have to come and knock all the bog out of the back.
Yeah, it looked pretty. It looked good. Just didn't go that good. But what a fantastic, again, every state was there. Every state and territory was there. So it was really good. It
was really good, mate. And again, a shout out to HQ Racing Tasmania, Sue Ashton, Wayne Nichols, and everyone else involved in putting on that event, because I think I can speak for everyone that was there. It was bloody awesome, and I'll go back. I think hopefully we're still around in 7 more years, and we'll go back and do it again, because it was cracking.
I've got these 2 dogs in my house because there's no one else in the house. They're all gone, and the dogs are going crazy inside. They're going to rip everything up. Oh, I'm going to be in so much trouble. Anyway, we move on. The show must go on. We also qualifying for evens.
The race results from the Nationals, yep. Qualifying. What are you talking about, 113? It was 109.
Yeah, no, that was, yeah, okay. Where are you?
Second, third last.
Yeah, it's still faster than me.
Okay, Andrew Majordan took out pole in qualifying. Was it A, was it? Or even numbers, sorry.
Yeah.
Jared Harbour second, Andrew Toth, Phil Ashland, Andrew Bird, Michael Woodbridge, David Parsons, Skippy Parsons, Grant Ord, Sean Hughes, Wayne Nichols, Derek Risley, myself, Lee Smith, and Anthony Whitehair.
And he
odd numbers.
Odd numbers.
We actually had a bit of an advantage being even numbers. There was a lot less even numbers than there were.
There was.
Odd
There
numbers.
was.
As you can see.
So Luke Harrison, Brett Osborne, Ryan Woods, Neville Rattray. Excellent job there from Tassie, Neville. Anthony Vinnie, Otis Caldwell, the Viking, Joe Andreski.
No.
Ranger
Reed.
Ranger Reed. He's changed. We've changed. He's gone Ranger Reed. Going to have to put bullet holes all over his car now. Joe Andreski, the Godfather, Jake Madden, Johnny Wise, Ken Wright, Michael Howlett, Brendan Healy, John Mahoney, Kurt Porter, Sam Percy, Troy Kent, Lee Lovering, Wayne Healy, Shithouse Driving, Peter Anderson, Mark Schrackett, and Philip Bree. So yeah, you beat me by a full second. Easy.
That's pretty normal.
Oh yeah. I couldn't get that car to go. Fucking shit. Anyway. That's life. We expected it. We expected. We've come back from the dyno going, oh, this is not going to be good.
Nah, it was never going to be good.
We put them on the truck going, yeah, I hope they fall off.
I hope the boat sinks.
I don't know why we went.
I do.
But it was a great time. We had like I said,
it was absolutely awesome. Apart from being shit, it was actually really good fun.
Oh, mate.
I absolutely loved it. One of the best race meetings I've been to, I reckon.
Yeah,
it was so enjoyable and really cool to get and catch up with all those great blokes from around the country and girls. It was great.
Okay, so
let's go to heat one.
Before we do that, we've got a interview. Moz caught up with Wayne and Sue. So let's why don't we go and listen to see what Sue and Wayne Nichols, Sue, President of Nationals, Wayne Nichols, President of Tasmania. Let's see what they had to say.
G'day, Morky.
Well, we're here at the Howell Automotive HQ Nationals at Baskerville Raceway in Tasmania. What an awesome weekend it's set out to be. We've finished qualifying both odds and evens numbers, and we're about to get our heats underway. We're here with the organisers of the event, the National Administrator of HQRA, Sue Ashland, and the HQ Racing Tasmania President, Wayne Nichols. A big feat to get here to Nationals. It's an awesome weekend, 35 cars on the grid. We've got the final tomorrow. We've got another invitational round at Symmons Plains next weekend. So you've not just done Nationals, you've organised a whole nother race weekend on top of that. Yep. Absolutely outdone yourselves. How's the journey to this weekend been?
It's been a very long time.
Okay, we've got some technical issues here. My computer's frozen up again.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing it, mate. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, while you fix that, yeah, good to see Richard Mork joining us tonight. Scotty Cameron, Leighton Cranebrook, Benny Simpson. Richard Mork's up actually racing at Service Paradise as well this weekend. He's in the Utes, so he's up there running. And good luck to you, buddy. Hope it goes well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another ex-HQ racer.
Yes, back in the day, very prominent HQ boy.
Life member of HQ Racing in New South Wales.
Yes, he is too. Absolutely. Why don't we, while we reboot this one, and we will go back to that.
It's a really good interview too.
It was a really good interview, so we will go back to that interview, but why don't we just, while this is rebooting, go to race one, or heat one. Heat one. Luke Harrison beat Brett Osborne, Ryan Woods, Andrew Toff, Andrew Bird, Johnny Wise, Joe Andreski, Michael Woodbridge, Kenny Wright, Kurt Porter, Troy Kent, Christopher Buckley, Lee Lovering, Peter Anderson, Anthony Whitehair, Philip Bream, and Percy and Healy DNF. Healy had a gearbox. Gearbox, that one.
One of the two.
Yeah, no, gearbox. I'm not sure on Percy. I think someone will let us know.
Let's do heat two, Jeff, while Wayne's still fixing that up, mate.
Yeah, heat two.
That was taken out by Jared Harbour. Well done, mate. Phil Ashland, Andrew Magilton, Neville Rattray, Jake Madden, David Parsons, Michael Howlett, Otis Cordwell, Grant Ord, Sean Hughes, John Mahoney, Wayne Nichols, Lee Smith, Wayne Healy, Derek Risley, Mark Strackham, and Anthony Vitti, unfortunately, with a DNF.
I got better. My times got better.
You did. You're under a minute 10.
Just
flying.
Let me tell you about that motor. That motor's a Queensland motor. I paid $2,000 out of an auction, fully sealed, ready to go. Can't complain.
It's a cracker.
It's a cracker. It's up for sale if anyone wants it.
It won't stop.
It won't stop.
Just won't go very quickly either. Wayne Tothy said Wayne's laptop runs like his HQ.
Tommy's on fire again.
He's always got it.
Eh?
You're spot on, Tommy. Possibly better, but we'll do. You still going?
I'm ready to rock and roll with Wayne and Sue again. Let's see if we can get this. Try again, eh?
Well, we're here at the Howell Automotive HQ Nationals at Baskerville Raceway in Tasmania. What an awesome weekend it's set out to be. We've finished qualifying both odds and evens numbers, and we're about to get our heats underway. We're here with the organisers of the event, the National Administrator of HQRA, Sue Ashland, and the HQ Racing Tasmania President, Wayne Nichols. A big feat to get here to Nationals. It's an awesome weekend, 35 cars on the grid. We've got the final tomorrow. We've got another invitational round at Symmons Plains next weekend. So you've not just done Nationals, you've organised a whole nother race weekend on top of that. Yep. Absolutely outdone yourselves. How's the journey to this weekend been?
It's been a very long time. But yeah, it's good to see representatives from every state and the Northern Territory here. So, we couldn't be more happier. Yep.
Fantastic. And Wayne, for yourself, from a club perspective, how's things been getting to this weekend here?
It's been good. A lot of guys have now come back out that haven't ran, and it's just fantastic to see 35 cars. It's absolutely great. Especially, you know, that's where they started.
Guys, unfortunately we're having trouble with the obviously the video. The audio is still there, so we're just going to run through the interview with these guys. And
yeah, good. Well, we do have one here. It's just not on the track, but obviously remembering Shane Ashland, the number 89, and it's awesome to see the car on display here in front of the HQ Nationals flag here at Baskerville Raceway. So we'll claim that as 36, I reckon we'll call it.
Yes, well done.
But no, absolutely monumental to get 35 cars here. How many from other states? Is there 25 of them, or?
Yes, would be. Yep, the figures I did.
Yeah, so roughly 25 cars have come across the ditch, across Bass Strait, and it's a pretty monumental effort and costs and all of that. And look, good to see a lot of guys here supporting the event.
Yeah, and that's right. We're pleased that they've made the effort, and they're staying on for Simmons Plains next weekend. So out of those 35, we've got 31 cars staying on, which again we're really pleased with.
Absolutely, and we know that you can't do a Nationals event without some awesome sponsors. So who's put their money forward for this weekend and helped you get here?
We've actually had really good sponsors. Obviously, Howell Automotive. We've got ARB Hobart, Talon Bodyworks, Ed Development Race Fabrication,
Opal.
Opal Packaging. Yep, can't thank them enough. We've got our drivers also managed to secure some smaller sponsors. So we've got Nichols Automotive, Don Tow, Shine Detailing, Ozprint helped us out with the signage. Cordwell Excavations. Who am I missing? Mad Trim. Mad Trim have come on board as well. We're really pleased with that. And I'm sure I've missed somebody, so apologies if I have.
I was going to look on the bottom of this one, but it wasn't on there.
It always gets a bit like that with so many awesome sponsors coming on board to support the event. Without them, you simply couldn't do the event. Sue, Wayne, and to your club as well, thank you so much for putting the event on this weekend. I know how hard it is to get a Nationals happening and all the organisation that goes into it, so we're thrilled to be here and we can't wait to go racing coming up very soon here at Baskerville.
There we go. Sorry
Apologise about the video, but as
Gremlins.
Tothy said, Wayne's computer's like his HQ.
Absolute shit. It's another DNF.
I wonder if the other video you got's going to be the same. I hope not. Anyway,
What do you do?
you're doing your best.
I'm doing my best, mate. So we'll keep persevering and we'll give it a go. But also Moz was rogue, went rogue. It's on YouTube. So if you look up HQ Xtra on YouTube, you'll see Moz going rogue with Jeffro behind the scenes and caught up with a lot of drivers and a lot of people.
And a big shout out to Moz and to Jeffro for all their hard work there. And Moz did it, just out of goodwill and helped us out. And he did a fantastic job with interviews. He also did ran the presentation.
Yep.
On the Saturday night at
that was good.
the Yacht Club, which was a really good night there as well. And
That was a good night.
it was.
It was a good night, wasn't it?
I don't know who paid for the bar tab, but it was
Fantastic.
It was free. HQRA.
Beautiful.
Or
all
HQ
I can
Tasmania.
say is the whole Nationals was fantastic. The weekend after, just as good.
Yeah.
But Nationals itself, right up there. Probably one of the, if not, I wouldn't say. Oh no, I'd be up there as one of the best.
I said before, one of the best events I've been to. I loved it.
Definitely.
Absolutely loved it.
Absolutely.
Well
worth doing. 100%. So all those guys that missed out, all the people that missed out, you missed out on a fantastic weekend.
3,000.
So yeah.
Well, Jeff just tells me that he did know because he was up there a lot. There's a bar tab for $3,000, so I'm sure that got.
I think that was a sponsor. I think the sponsor paid for it. I don't think it was HQRA.
Anyway, whoever's paid
But
for
whoever
it.
it was,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those rum and cokes and what else do we have?
It's in the ginger beers.
Oh,
Kurt Porter.
Kurt Porter.
Brought us some.
Yeah.
Brought him up like he paid for them too.
He had an absolute blind of a weekend too.
He did.
Kurt Porter.
Yeah, good guy.
He got that. He's got his car going. He's got his car firing. Actually, he'll be very prominent. His car's finally getting to where he wants to be in such a short time of racing. So good on Kurt. Yeah.
They're going really well. There was someone else I was just thinking about before we're going to thank. John Mahoney, thank you for all your support over the weekend as well.
Well, we do have interviews with Mahoney. We have Troy Kent from yourself and I. We caught up with a couple of the guys. They will be put on YouTube in the next coming few days or so over the weekend and that. So we're going to we're going to start putting a lot more content up on YouTube. We were trying to get our show on YouTube tonight. Again, we can't seem to work out that. We do apologise, but we are recording tonight's show, and then it'll be uploaded to YouTube. So for all those guys that aren't on Facebook, and let the guys know that it will be up on YouTube by the weekend. Everything going to plan, or over the weekend. I've got to get Brendan to do it. I have no idea. Got to get my son to do it.
You're going dancing on the weekend, aren't you?
Oh, mate.
Hey?
I'm going to Newcastle for the cheer and dance national titles. So I've got to go and support my daughter and my lovely wife.
Yep.
So for all the Scorpion All-Stars, good luck up in Newcastle. Yeah.
Do you want to try that other video or not?
Oh, mate, I can't even get this thing to go at the moment. So
let's go to heat 3.
Yeah.
While you're doing that. Okay, Luke Harrison again in front. Andrew Majordan, Ryan Woods, Jake Madden, Joe Andriski, Michael Howlett, Kenny Wright, Troy Kent, Anthony Vinnie, John Mahoney, Lee Lovering, Sam Percy, Derek Risley, Grant Ord, Anthony Whitehair. Unfortunately, a DNF for Lee Smith and Andrew Bird.
And Jared Harvey there.
DSQ, disqualified.
Penalty applied, so he was put to rear of field on that one. So, unfortunately, that's discretions, laws and dingos.
Rules and
regulations. It's interpretation of the law, and
well, anyway, he fought back. He fought back really well from his.
It goes to show it wasn't
It
what they
didn't make a lot of big difference. No. But anyway, it is rules are there to be
actually
to be
probably
followed.
Not. I don't know if anyone had a chance at the Nationals to see that car, but that car is immaculate.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely immaculate. Like John Mahoney's car is too, don't get me wrong, but that car is probably one of the best HQs going around in Australia for the way it looks and everything like that.
You put him and Mahoney's car on par, I think.
And put the pride in that he puts into that car. Yeah, absolutely. I think, but I was surprised how well he's been knocking on the door. And he's been getting it. He's improved every time. Jared Harbour's just improved every time. I didn't expect him to be that close, that far up. I honestly thought Woodsy and Magilton and a couple others would be there in front of him, and he'd be knocking on their door.
Well, they were there, and one of them made a mistake, I think, in the final, which sort of left the door open for him. He took the opportunity, and mate, he's third in the Nationals in Australia. It's pretty impressive. And he hasn't been doing it.
And what a cracking field. When you go through the field of racing, of all the fields there, like Wisey was there, and Skippy Parsons, he lives down there. It's his home track, and even though he's getting on a bit, can race. Toffee, Bird, all the locals done really well. Not to mention all the interstates that come over. Ashland,
and you had
maybe there was too much
Magilton, Woodsy.
There was a lot of pressure on Ashland, and it was really good to see Otis Caldwell come out. Like 2 weeks before he wasn't racing.
One week preparation.
1 week preparation. He wasn't racing, and his car was very dominant. I thought one of the other big improvers is Joe Andreski. I thought he was flying. He's unlucky, like I said, in the final. But geez, there was some good solid racing all around. He's such a great bloke, and I don't want to say that he's but probably the disappointing one out of all of them was probably Kenny Wright. Wasn't right up there.
But I don't know. He was always in the top 10.
He was, but
it's the Nationals. It's not.
I just thought maybe it was me. I put too much on him. I honestly thought he'd be going for a podium. I thought Kenny Wright would be a podium only because. Bobby and that's raced there before, and I'm not sure if Kenny has, but
Bobby's raced there doesn't mean Kenny has.
I know, but you know what I mean. Just I honestly thought he was probably the one I thought that was.
Let me tell you, if I finish in the top 10 in that, I'd be pretty impressed.
Oh mate, look, we went there with a goal, right? We went there
to beat you,
to beat me, and you didn't. So that's just. Jeffro, do you have actually? What are we up to? What heat?
4.
Oh, well, before we go to 4, I think we got a little bit. We've been lucky enough that Cullum has let us got a bit of footage. Jeffrey, have you got that at the moment? Did you get that? I can't play anything on mine, so I'm hoping that you have it. If not, we'll go to the results. But we do have Heat 4, a little bit of footage of Heat 4. If I can't seem to get it to work on mine. So
what are you looking for, Jess? Put the results up, and we'll get.
Yeah, put the results up and then we'll go from there if you can. Or if you can't put the results up
I just
because
closed them.
you just closed them.
Can't you have two screens open at once?
Yes. All right, let's see if I can get anything to work on here.
Ready for four?
Yep, let's go for 4. And that's Brett Osborne, Phil Ashland, Andrew Toff, Otis Caldwell, David Parsons, which is Skippy, Michael Woodbridge, Kurt Porter, Sean Hughes, fairly new to racing as well, so done really well. New guy, Tassie. Wayne Nichols done well. Brendan Healy, Christopher Buckley, Wayne Healy, Mark Strachan, Phil Breen, Peter Anderson, Neville Rattray. I think he had an issue, and also Johnny Wise, DNF. I think he had the chrome horn, or it was fender. So he had a little bit of damage, and yeah. But
I think I beat you that one.
you did.
Yeah.
That's when we were 3 wide down the back. And we've all got that. Yeah, I do. Jeffro was email. You got it? Have you got it or not?
Heat 5.
Okay, we'll go to heat 5.
Luke Harrison, his mate in partner in crime, Jared Harbour, Phil Ashland, Ryan Woods, Andrew Bird, Otis Caldwell, Michael Howard, Anthony Vinnie, Grant Ord, Troy Kent, Jake Madden, Wayne Healy, Sam Percy, myself, Philip Breen, Mark Strachan, and unfortunately DNF for Kirk Porter. I don't know what happened to Kirk that one.
I believe it was gearbox. Gear shift.
Oh.
Snapped. He had nothing. I believe. Yeah, something like that.
Let's go, Jeff. Let's do it. Heat 6, Brett Osborne again, Andrew Majilton, Andrew Toth, Joe Andrisky, Dave Parsons, Kenny Wright, Michael Woodbridge, Sean Hughes, Brendan Healy, John Mahoney, Wayne Nichols, Derek Risley, John Wise, Lee Smith, Peter Anderson, Anthony Whitehair, and unfortunately a DNF for Lee Lovering, who had a how would you call it? He struggled all weekend with that car. He was looking for, he had a gremlin in it. He couldn't find it. I think they rewired the whole thing, and I'm not sure what happened, but it was just not playing the game at all. So unfortunately, it was a bit disappointing for Lee and his crew and his team there. But they worked tirelessly all weekend to get the car out there, but it just kept on playing up. I think he threw 3 or 4 fuel pumps at it and whatever else. There's a driver's briefing photo there from that would have been, I think, Friday afternoon or Saturday morning. I think it was Friday afternoon it was. But what does make a special mention of Paul? Is it Godding? The guy on the dummy grid.
Oh, Paul, yes. Paul, it's probably now. We'll have to get some footage of that one, but it's probably the most energetic, Mate, when I'm sitting in the car, when you're sitting in the car in the dummy grid or ready to go out, there's, you don't get much action. Mate, that guy let you know everything that was going on. He was so energetic. It was, you sat in the car and he made the time go fast while you were ready to go out and took your mind off your nerves if you're nervous or anything. It was fantastic, mate. Honestly, best guy I've ever seen as a marshal, not without a doubt.
Mate, football fields to second because it was really, really cool. I've never met the guy, but apparently since meeting him and talking with him and talking with others, he's a massive asset to racing, not just HQ racing, but to racing in general in Tasmania. He goes to both tracks, does a bit of speedway as well, but the energy of the guy, his dedication, his everything about him was just absolutely awesome, and mate, it was just really, really cool. And we actually acknowledged it and gave him a bit of free stuff, some shirts and hats and all that sort of stuff, and he was very much appreciative of it. But honestly, Paul, if you're listening or you see this, mate, awesome. Absolutely 100%
thumbs up.
Awesome.
Best marshal.
Paul Giddings, there you go. Thanks, Toffee.
Yeah. And also just a little bit of information that Rob Kramer was at Baskerville. He was the very first scrutiny for HQ category. So, and we also like to say thank you to Scotty B Photography. He took a lot of photos down there. And also there's a Auto Mag magazine copy, which has had a lot of information there. Look, we could do another 3 shows just on the Nationals. It was that good.
How about our trip to the first ever HQ race.
That's next show. We got a full interviews and stuff like that.
Yep.
So yeah, that was the Simmons Plains after it,
Yep.
the week after. So that was great. Other stalwarts like with Greg Click, Ian Spider Johnson that couldn't come, but we met him at the week after. Look, lap record. Let's. Oh, do we show that now? We done all the heats. We done all the heats. All heats finished.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's go to the final. Let's go to the final, and then we'll do the lap record.
All right.
So it's a New South Wales 1, 2, 3. Brett Osborne, Luke Harrison. Now you got a feel for Luke Harrison, bridesmaid. Was the only race he didn't win on the weekend. Was that was in the final. So he did everything he possibly could to win to win the Nationals. Unfortunately, Brett Osborne, when it counted, became Luke Harrison took out the quickest lap time, but Brett Osborne overall. Then Jared Harbour.
He stuffed the start apparently.
Yeah, Jared Harbour came from 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th, maybe, I'm not sure, to take 3rd. Magilton 4th, Ryan Woods, Andrew Toff, Otis Caldwell, Andrew Bird, Johnny Wise, Kenneth Keefe, David Parsons, Michael Woodbridge, Michael Howlett, Grant Ord, Kurt Porter, Brendan Healy, John Mahoney, Troy Kent, Wayne Healy in the top 20. Good, how good's that? Sam Percy, Christopher Buckley, not in the top 20. Lee Smith, Joe Andrewski, who fed the crow horn and fed the fender. Wayne Nichols, Peter Anderson, Mark Schracken, Philip Bream, Anthony Vinnie, Sean Hughes, and DNFs, unfortunately, were Risley, Jake Madden, Lee Lovering, and Phil Ashland. Was the first one to DNF, first corner, bang, there goes the gearbox.
He got stuck in first gear.
Got stuck in first gear,
Yeah.
and mate, unfortunately, I know that feeling.
Of course,
where it happens.
everyone's done it, mate.
At your home track, at Nationals, I got a feel for the Ashlands. They put so much work into it, only for something like that to go wrong. Look, it's racing. We all know it. It's hard. And,
Could have happened at a worse time for him, to be honest.
To be honest, you'd probably rather go out. I'd rather go out in the first corner than go all that way and do it the last corner when if you're in front or something like that, and that would be real heartache.
As Moz just said, the margins in the top 5 there were unbelievable. There's
fantastic.
There's a sea here in it.
Oh, mate, unbelievable. They're just some fantastic racing on such a great little tight track. Again, praise to all the Tasmanians. It's a hidden gem, Baskerville, a hidden gem.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Always said I'd love to go there. I'm so glad we did.
Yeah. So, as you can see,
Even if it were shit.
Yeah, and Brett Osborne again. Like you got the GOAT. We call him the GOAT, mate. This guy, he preps. He's prepared. He does everything right. And when push comes to shove, he didn't win some of his heats. He wasn't happy with the car, but mate, when it counts, this guy knows how to step up. And he's going to go down as one of the best HQ racers ever.
I'd be the best.
Mate, there you go. He could quit down, and I reckon the next 10 years no one would ever take that mantle. He's just that good.
I can't see it ever being beaten, mate.
No.
Anyway,
And
he's
good on him, 'cause
he puts a lot of effort into it.
Oh, doesn't he what? So, but again, when the big races come and you see all these guys like the Nationals, but not only just the Nationals, other events, like sometimes when the Victorians and the Queenslanders come down, and a couple of South Australian boys, when they get together and you see such a good quality field like that race, it's just enjoyable. And let me tell you, how big was the crowd? The great crowd at Tassie.
The crowd was massive, eh?
Oh, it was unreal.
It was awesome.
It was great to race in front of all those people.
A big mention, not a big mention, but a mention about the crowd. There was a section, I think it was in one of the heats there, and Mark Strachan was, Mark's towards the rear of the field normally. He was coming down the hill, and he actually overtook Breeny from WA. And
yes.
The crowd went wild.
The crowd went wild.
It was his first overtaking he's ever done. So, Marky, congratulations.
Marky had a very successful and very good Nationals. It
was very cool. Apparently I wasn't there, but the crowd went wild.
Yeah, sorry, Breamy, but Phil Heeds. But Margie got here, and let me tell you, well, hang on, it was.
He'll tell you all about it too.
It was tit for tat at the start. Breedy got him the first heat, and then Mark got him in the second or in the final, and that. So where it counts. So
mate, it's like that's what the thing about HQ. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but being at the front, you're going to fight for it. But they're running for basically last and second last, and still having an absolute ball and enjoying themselves and enjoying the sport of HQ racing. It's so good to see.
There was a lot of some heartaches and some.
Of course.
DNFs, like I said, Phil, Joe right at the end. I think
Fed offender.
I think Hughes that got sent sideways in the straight, and that could
have been pretty bad.
And that's when I believe Midgilton spread out, and I believe that's when Jared Harbour was able to capitalise and get close. But that's also where Brett got away.
Yeah.
Brett got away and had that little bit of a break. So, well done. Again, to Brett, Luke Harrison, and Luke. Like I said, Luke's going to be. There's no doubt in my mind that Luke Harrison will be a national champion at some time.
I agree. You got the video?
I do. So, which one are we talking about?
The one you said you were going to play.
No, we haven't. I haven't got that one. Have you got that video of that?
I can't get access to it because you changed the Google password again.
Okay. We'll play this one, and this is just. I put this up on Facebook already. It's on our Facebook, but let's see if we can get the gremlins to work. This is a little bit of the nationals and until all the main heats and that races come up. Let's go and have a look at that.
Update your computer and your HQ, mate.
It might be the hard drive might be a little bit full or something like that. I'm not sure why. It's never done it before. I do apologise. It is on Facebook. That basically was an intro of a summary of what Nationals was all about. But we do have that Heat 4. We do have a little bit of footage of that Heat 4, and watch right at the end with the where all the action happens towards in Heat 4. Let's go to Heat 4. Thanks to Cullum.
We're about to find out. looking for a start. Yellow flag man standing by. Not lead at the moment. Everybody away cleanly. Good to see Osborne got a bit of a jump there on Uncle Phil. Lucky Phil. Not so lucky Phil at the moment. Phil Ashland, he's our Tasmanian hope at the moment in the sense that he's the one that's closest to the front. Has a look on the inside, but closing the door big time. We've got a spinner already. So a spin in the middle of the field. Will they all see him? Were they all sighted? No. Somebody at the back. Well, he was sighted, but had to complete an utter stop.
Neville Rattray and John Wise. Neville Rattray turning around now. John Wise out on the grass, stationary.
I think that's what started it. But so putting your head scratching going down in race control at the moment, you'd imagine, as to whether that car is in a dangerous position or not, and whether they need to neutralise the race or do something about that. Maybe just be a yellow, perhaps.
Neutralise the race.
You like that? That's a Mark Skase side of saying. I've been watching the telly. Don't you worry. I know the big words. Yes. And here comes Phil on the inside and not making it as wide as he did last time around. Osborne giving him racing room. Good to see. I mean, he might come to regret that, lad. However, Osborne still on the outside. Plenty of grunt. Khan almost jumps out of turn 6 into the straight. Gets away smartly from Phil Ashland. Phil Ashland going, gee, that's got plenty of grunt. We won't be doing that again. Yellow flag time now, so no passing it, even if they want to. So all the field coming through turn 1 past the yellow flag. That tells them that they have to stay. Not necessarily line astern, but no overtaking between there and the drop down into turn 2 and 3. It looks like there's a yellow out in 2 as well, so no overtaking between turn 1 and the bottom of the hill, where we see the man there holding the green flag, letting the field know it's okay to resume hostilities, as it were. But already the field line astern, we saw that before, and we've come to know with HQs, they just use the first lap or two just to sort themselves out, get temper in the tyres, find out who they're fighting with and what they need to do something about it. But at the moment, there's large gaps between most of the cars, except for the 3 cars bringing up the rear. So I think all the action at the front at the moment, Strider.
It's not a very large gap between
I'm going to say, but for first and second, it's a very different story. So Phil down the inside again, but see what happens. Like last time around, Strider, Osborne had plenty of grunt there, really good grip. Do you reckon there's a bit of escorting going on there?
No, I don't think he was escorted anywhere. He got a right rear wheel in the grass and the car skipped sideways, and that allowed Phil Ashton to go through. So we have a new race leader at the end of lap number 2. It's a 6-lap heat. It's now Phil Ashland from Brett Osborne. We go back to Andrew Toth. Then it would be Otis Corbell, Mr. Massage himself, doing a nice job. So he's moving his way forward, and this is much better for him in this heat than the earlier heat, where he dropped right back and worked very hard. Here comes Brett Osborne. Don't tell me that car hasn't got some horsepower as they climb the hill.
That's what I mean, like coming out of 7, who he drove away from Phil. So I feel
Rosie, it's probably not a horsepower thing. It's probably more about the drive off turn 4.
Yeah, either or. True, but it does get the power down well, whatever power it's got. It wasn't as good last time because he had Phil Ashland on his inside, so he's had to give him racing room. And I think Phil didn't escort him, but like he let him know he was there, that's for sure. So he thought, you can do it. It's my turn, Phil. You can try and come up the inside of me, and I'll just come in inside and I'll make it a bit wide. Is exactly what he does. So Phil gets on the power early. Doesn't do him a lot of good because he's got a blue with orange wheels HQ right in front of him, and he's still right in front of him. Goes right, goes left, making it the world's widest HQ at the moment. So this is a fascinating battle. 2 blokes at the top of their game, duking it out at the front in this heat this afternoon.
Toffee, mate, because he's in this as well, sitting in 3rd. He's sitting watching it, and he's not using his car up at all. He's just driving around.
True story.
The 2 guys in front, they are racing each other pretty hard. And Otis Corbell in 4th place, he's actually closing in on that little battle. Then it's Woodridge. Parsons is next in the 50 car. What do we know about David Parsons? He won't give up until Monday morning.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were saying yesterday, and you probably said this morning, but for those might have missed it, like me, like he's had the odd health battle or 10. Yeah. He's been not travelling well at all, but and he's still not 100%, but there he is, 65 years old. Thought, right, you're a long time dead, let's just get out here and have fun on the Q Nationals, and there he goes. Former Bath, who can say that? Not many people say former Bathurst winner is out there running Qs at age 65. Gotta love that.
I did actually work that out, how many Bathurst winners there are, but I forgot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not hundreds, it's not thousands, and they're not 65 years old and still running HQs and in the top 10 either at a national championship race. So nice work, Skippy.
So Osborne's just starting to drive away. He was half a second faster on that than Phil Ashland, and you can see it's that couple of car lengths there now. Back to Ashland. Then it's Toth, Corbell, and Parsons through on Woodbridge there on the run into turn 2. So a nice move from Skippy Parsons.
So that was the reverse of the commentator's curse. He got all fired up, so us talking about him. But anyway, that's one down. As far as Dice is concerned, he looked back to the exit of turn 3. You see there's the 2 HQ Extra cars, whereas Sandwich, we've got a Sandwich there happening at the bottom of the Killick Hill at the moment. They're not bringing up the rear. We've still got 3 cars having a little crack down there in turns 2 and 3 in the S's, and bringing up the rear, we've got Nev Rattray after his dramas on the very opening lap. So back to the front. How many laps to go, Strider? It'll be 2 after this. What's it this over? On the second last one.
Last lap board coming out now.
Rightio.
And Osborne's broken him. He led by 0.6 last time by, and the gap now is 1.3. He 106.7 versus a 107.4 was the difference between him and Phil Ashton. And Phil Ashton now is having to defend fairly hard on Andrew Toth at turn 2 as they work down through the S's for the final time.
And the only guy into the 6s in this race is our race leader.
Yeah, so it's Osborne, and then it's, at the moment anyway, it's still Phil Ashton, Andrew Toth. And we go back to Otis Caldwell. Behind him's David Parsons, Woodbridge, Porter. Really impressed with Sean Hughes, only a new guy to the sport, car number 62, and learning quickly and doing a really nice job. Currently sitting in P8. In this company, that's a pretty solid effort.
You do wonder about whether Osborne's foxing a little bit, because he's got clear of the pack, and he does the fastest time of the race, and the only guy into the 66 is on his second last lap. So he's got plenty in the car to be able to do that. I thought for a while that maybe Phil had backed out of it a bit. The fact that he has that Toffee so close to him, and he still does, so Phil is definitely in recovery mode. But checker flag time goes to Osborne in the number 1 car. There's a reason for that. So this car is absolutely beautifully prepared. You can tell it just does all the right things, and clearly Brett knows the car beautifully as well, and just drove it like a champ. So he's got the 1 on the car, so he's looking to keep that 1 on the car at the end of this weekend. And of course the 32 behind him, the local lad Phil Ashland, a former Australian champion as well, and a 6-time Tassie champion. He wants to do something else about it. So Phil alongside Brett,
Did a
up
fun
there
weight?
to give him a bit of a wave. Well done, mate. Well played. That was fun.
There he goes.
There's plenty more
you can
to
see,
go. So good, strong
Mark
performance
Stratton,
by Tasmania.
Green
Really
and
good for Oakland
Anderson.
at the moment. In second, third,
Great
and
guys.
fourth.
Great guys. A lot of good
there's
racing.
probably a mix of good cars.
I think Anderson
but
gets
but
down
fair
the
to say,
inside, does
a
Breen
little
get
bit
him,
of local
holds him
knowledge
out.
doesn't go astray.
Yeah, see, oh, look at this.
Absolutely,
That's
it's one of
all
those
right,
tracks.
no, Breen
most
gets him.
never been here.
That was heat 4. So some great footage there, and there's heaps more to come. I can't wait to see the full, all the national titles. Can't wait. So to Cullum, who's taken care of all that, can't wait to see that. Thank you very much for allowing us to show that little bit of heat 4. So I really appreciate that, mate. Again, 6 lap all over in 7 minutes. But it felt like it felt. You got me there.
Someone on your back.
You got me there, but I got you back, mate. So that's all right. So
Yeah, it's all good, mate.
yeah. So
Great-
as
great
you've seen
fun.
there in that last bit of racing, all 3 HQ Extra cars battling out and 3 wide, and yeah, Brendan prevailed. Had a shitload of smoke coming out. It was actually from the gearbox leaking onto the extractors when he went round the right-handers. Other than that, it was fine, and believe it or not, yeah, that gearbox did let go too. Again, we just want to say thank you for a fantastic show tonight. All the Jeffro, Brendan that helps, Bucko, thanks for joining us. Our partners, Osborne Transport, CR International, Harvey's Towing, Equity Views Construction, Sydney Mini Creek, Snap-on Tools, Hands-on First Aid, Ready Strip, Command Digital, Priceless Images, Dart Racing, JDM's Diesel Services, Howell Automotive, and Winston Express Haulage. Thank you very much for being our partners and letting us do what we want to do for HQs to promote HQ racing. So, Bucko, big show. Well done.
Yeah, mate.
This is only part 1 of the Nationals. We've still got more to come
There's
later.
plenty more to come.
Plenty more to come. We've got Simmons Plains to talk about. Again, to all those guys that are racing over this weekend or next weekend, good luck. Hope you bring it home safe. Hope the cars go great for you.
Don't feed anyone a fender.
Don't feed a fender. Yeah. And, there was the one thing that I noticed that Otis Caldwell had another nickname, the Massager.
He's sponsored by local massage joint. That was a sponsor of his car. Did you see it?
Oh, no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Oh, right. Okay. Was it a massage parlour or massage?
Massage
Parlour. Joint.
joint.
Yeah, right.
Owned by.
Is that where they...
Owned by Really nice Asian gentleman.
Well, we do before we go. We do have some photos of the nationals from Scotty B, I believe. Is that right, Jeffro? So let's quickly. We need to show some of them. So
HQ's on parade first.
yeah. Okay. So that was the parade lap as we come out the formation lap, which is the Ashland car in front. Shane Ashland's car in front, the number 89, which was a great tribute to it's probably a really nice way to start the parade lap, the formation lap, and that was really nice. So
was his dad driving it?
I'm not sure. I was in the race car, mate. I couldn't tell.
Oh, so was I, mate. That's why I asked you.
Hello.
You know everything.
Yeah. Well, I do.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Just ask you. You know everything.
Yeah. All I know is that he could have been.
I reckon he might have
He
been.
might have been.
I hope he was.
Scotty B's. As you can see, that
Great photo.
great photo. That absolute great photo. Next, any more? Oh, look at that! The 3 HQ Extra cars, and who's in front? Yes, me in the shitter. Brendan doing the old James Bond smoke screen.
Yellow fever.
So I just want to point out for Stafford and that, I am in front at the here. I'm in front at the apex. All right, so that is the apex. That is a 5-second penalty to you going off the track. Just let you know.
Wow.
Good photo that. Look at it. A lot of
36.
yeah, 36. No, I was going to say, look at all the cars, all the fans and
The fans.
oh yeah, it was great.
Spectators.
The spectators, the seats. They all come.
They're not there to see you, Wayne.
Yeah, they did. They
Trust
come to
me.
see.
They weren't there to see you,
Come
son.
on, mate. We all know the truth.
HQ's got in for free.
So yeah, so
Yeah, that was a good incentive to get some HQs out there.
Yeah.
HQs got in for free.
yeah, that's it. Oh, I wonder what happened there, Jeffro. Look, there's a HQ Extra hat just flying off. The HQ Extra roll. Some idiot didn't put his hat on properly.
It was there for the race too.
Yeah, we went over it a few times. And there's Brett winning from.
That wasn't the final.
That wasn't the final, no. That was one of the heats. But that is a
Champagne, mate.
champagne, yes.
New South Wales.
New South Wales 1, 2, 3, yes, at the moment. Normally it's Victoria or... Home
It
states
used to
normally
be.
do really well, and I'm not saying they didn't do well. Tassie, like Birdie and Toffee and all them. Again, Ashland doesn't have that. It could have been right up there, so we just we'll never know. All I know is it does say New South Wales 1, 2, 3. Actually, we do have the lap record too. Have we got the lap record there, Jeffro? Have you got that? We mentioned that before.
Was that Majilton?
Andrew Majilton takes out the lap record with a 66.1211 seconds. Harrison got close to it, very, very close to it. Actually, there's a couple of them got very close to it, right at that thing.
That's pretty cool.
I think it was. I think the lap record was broken 2 or 3 times that weekend. So that's how good the Nationals were. That's how good and competitive it was. Great racing. There was also in the Hunter River Times a half-page story on Brett Osborne. So have we got that, Jeffro? We got a picture of that. There we go. There was also a massive write-up in Auto Action. And I don't think we got that one. But that's all right if we haven't, Jeffro. You can't be... Oh, we got it? Not. I can move on. There you go. And Auto Action, a big write-up on the HQs. Again, so, guys... It's been an absolute massive 2024 for everybody, and there's still plenty to go. Plenty of racing left there's plenty of fuel left in the tanks for the rest of the year. We'll have a show in a 2-3 weeks. We'll have our next show. We'll cover hopefully the the Nationals full video will be out of races.
We'll also have Calder Park. We'll also have Sandown Historics.
We'll have Queensland. We'll have South Australia.
It'll be just before the. It'll just be before the 4 hour.
And also we just got to Jared Harbour. Congratulations to him on his 50 New South Wales starts for New South Wales. Like I said, that car is immaculate, and that kid, he can drive. I think he's going as well as can be expected. He's driving the cars, driving the wheels off that thing. New South Wales titles is up there right now. I think besides, if he didn't have the DNF where in qualifying the first round of Winton, he probably would be second in the championship.
Yeah, for sure.
So, guys, absolutely had a great year. Besides that, not too bad. Well done, guys. I'm not sure what Jeff's trying to tell me. He was doing these things and.
Lee Smith.
The Lee Smith's crash.
The Lee Smith crash. All right, let's go.
Let's decide if the exhaust came off before or after.
Let's see that.
I think the exhaust came off after he lost it, not before.
Lee Smith is the red and orange car in the front there. Does he get a tap? Does he get fed a fender, or does he just come off? Oh, he's just come off. He's just come off. There's the exhaust go, bang, and then hits it. Yes. So you might have been right.
Oh, it's all right?
You might have been right.
Mate, I'm always right.
Come on, mate.
It's like, when people say, oh, the brakes went.
Actually, a big shout out to Wayne Nichols and his team with what happened with Joe's car in the final. To get Joe's car back on the track for Simmons Plains a week after. Big credit to Wayne Nichols and his crew and whoever was involved.
Ryan was helping out too.
Ryan and that there. What I think. I do got to mention a couple of things on the next show that some Pelican drove their RV motorhome, went for a lap. We won't mention that. All I know is there was a low bridge there, and he went like that. He ducked. Took his car on there and he ducked. Took the motorhome on the track and ducked. So.
We've all watched Days of Thunder. We've always thought, how good would it be to get a hire car on the track? Yeah. We got to do it. It was so much fun.
It was fun. It was really good.
We have got some video, I think. Yeah. It was really cool. And then we're coming around. This is let's tell the story at Simmons Plains, and we're coming around the back straight for the second lap, and we look up in front, and there's a motorhome.
There's a motorhome doing a lap. And guess who it is?
We know who it was.
Actually, I want to compare times because I reckon he done a faster time in the motorhome than he did in his HQ. And it's probably his girlfriend driving.
Cindy was probably driving.
Cindy was probably driving it. Good stuff.
It was gold. So much fun.
So much fun. And we're going to be talking about Tassie for a long time because it was honestly, it was a fantastic 2 weeks.
Yeah, the hybrid was no good either.
No, we got it.
We got it.
I finally won one.
We
finally won a race.
We beat Osborne. Harbour and Harrison.
I just got to point out that Brendan was in the back, Bucko was in the passenger side, and all they brake. You are honestly the worst passenger ever.
I'll tell you now, I am. I hate it.
Oh, terrible!
I absolutely hate it, especially when you're driving.
Oh, I tell you what, man,
you got history,
and could smell the brakes. Oh, we did get those cars got
what brakes?
Yeah, what brakes?
Anyway. We won't be saying the hire company they came from.
Well, that's Simmons Plains will be on our next shows, but can't wait to do that one. Again, good luck to everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in today and tonight.
One quick thing before we go. We've also got to mention next year there will be a new segment with On the Couch with Jeff.
Oh, Jeff Ray's putting his 2 bobs worth in.
Yeah, mate. He's going to be travelling the countryside, interviewing people.
About time.
About time we did some work?
Yeah, about time. Yep, about time.
Yeah. Anyway, we look forward to that. And again, Wayne, thanks very much for a great show. Thanks everyone for staying tuned and joining in with us. It's been fun. Can't wait to do it again. We'll be back in a few weeks with probably not our last show for the year, but probably the second last one for the year, I think.
Yeah, so we'll be back mid-November. So it'll be, this week is Calder Park. So it'll be 2 weeks after is Queensland and the Historics. So we'll do a show straight after that.
Just before the 4 hour.
We should have everything by then. The rumour is that too, for the next Nationals in New South Wales, a date is very much around the corner and should be out there within the week. Released very shortly. I believe they've nearly come to terms, and it won't be far away. Don't have the dates, so don't ask me, guys. Can't tell you. All I know is that it is just about locked in, and we should have by the next show we'll definitely have the Nationals date entered in New South Wales.
Awesome stuff. Well, mate, thanks again, and thank you again for joining us tonight. And you know what they say.
Oh, before we go, we just
you're going to do it. Do it to me every fucking time. Every time.
I just want to shout out to Wayne Stumpy Harris and Luke Harris and Jared Harbour and that looked after taking our cars, getting our cars down to Tassie. To all the Taswegians, is that what you call them, Taswegians? Tasmanian people. Thank you very much for all your hospitality down there. Made HQ Xtra, us boys and all the competitors. It was just unreal. Again, Stumpy and that, getting our cars down there. Thank you very much, Luke. You guys are unreal. To Joe and Dresky and his crew, the Queenslanders, and look, I can thank the whole lot of you. It was just unreal. But you know, this is why we love doing what we do, is because we've got great people, great support, and yeah, don't want to get emotional, but thank you very much. How's that? Is that better?
That's great.
It was good?
Yeah.
Didn't even have to read that.
You're on fire.
I'm on fire?
Yeah.
What's our saying?
Before you say no.
I do it to him every time.
You're a clown.
Thanks, guys. If it ain't pinging,
keep it singing.
Good night.